Okay, so to begin, I want to welcome everybody to my very first cryptocurrency 101, I guess, talk. The reason why I say talk is because that I don't want this to be like a typical class that somebody talks uh with PowerPoints and stuff that really is going to bore you, because let me tell you why I got into this. Cryptocurrency is very new. It's gained in popularity the last couple of years. And up, hang on, let me let this is my special guest. Let me let her in. So anyway, and I want to uh once again welcome everybody here to the cryptocurrency 101 class. My name is Kima, and I am not an expert. The expert actually came into the room. uh, I want to basically say hi to everybody, including Charlene, aka Betty Reds.
Hi.
I have followed your YouTube videos, me and my wife, for a long time now.
Yeah,
They are very informative, and you bless us every single time you drop a new video. So welcome.
thank
Um,
you. That's what I'm here for. Like, for me, it's not like monetizing on YouTube and things of that nature. Cryptocurrency is here to stay. A lot of people don't know about it. So I'm here to help educate as much as I can about it. So I definitely want to get it out to like the masses, people who don't even know, people like us. I mean, our race that don't know about it. So that's just what I'm here just to help just build people to understand what cryptocurrency is about.
Oh, definitely. Matter of fact, I want to chime in on that because I did a rudimentary research, and this is just my introduction before I actually get into, some of the thing. Oh, wait a minute. We already have a hand up. Go ahead and unmute. I can actually ask people to unmute. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, my thing's just real quick. Is there any way you can increase your volume? You know how me and my hearing, I can't hear you.
You got to turn your own volume. Oh, no, I'm kidding.
Is it 100?
Let me see if I can raise it up a little bit. Let's see. My microphone is up there. I think this is about the max. Okay. How do I sound now?
A little better.
Okay, not a problem. But anyway, let me more folks are showing up every time. Up, and Apostle, you are muted. Apostle Mark Johnson, also welcome. Um, he is just going, and ask him to mute. Yes, sir. Oh, I still can't hear you. Oh no.
Is he on mute? Maybe he's on mute. No, he's not on mute. No, he's not on mute.
Yeah, he's not on mute.
Did he connect? Because normally when you come on Zoom, you have to connect your audio to
You
your.
can hear me now, can't you?
Yeah.
There we go.
I had to test my speakers there.
And just so everybody knows, this is actually my apostle. I serve under him, under our church,
and mine.
Souls for Christ, as well as one of our ministers here as well.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody.
But as I was sorry about that. So as I was saying, one of the things I search for is actually really, really clear instructions for the beginner. There are a lot of videos out there, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Instagram or any social media, that they really try to get the information out, but it's not in everyday language. It's not in a purely understandable tone, so that someone who has never even looked at a computer program will look at this and go, I don't get it. And so I decided, in talking to people at my job and at my church, that maybe I could help to clarify. And of course, Charlene, I got two Charlene's. I got two Charlene's online. So both Charlene's, if you're able, you know, to correct. I am here to correct. Oh, let some more folks in. I will be letting folks in periodically because I know that I got the time kind of switched a little bit. But first of all, let me welcome to all the folks that have joined us on our little class. To get started, because I know we have an hour, and it's a lot to cover in an hour. Cryptocurrency is a huge subject. So what I want to try and do now is, one, make it clear of what you are actually trying to learn, as well as try to make it in understandable terms so that you will be able to make a knowledgeable and decision with wisdom. Because when I first started studying this, it was more about Bitcoin than anything else. And Bitcoin is only one itty bitty little part of cryptocurrency as a whole. So what I plan to try to do, especially since most of us here are investors in cryptocurrency, but I want to make it clear about what we're actually investing in and ways to grow said investment without talking over anyone or talking in terms that nobody knows what they mean. Like, for example, there's been a couple of issues in videos I've seen that I'm kind of like, wait, what in the world is going on here? So to begin, what is cryptocurrency? Now, how I want to try and do this is that I've actually searched and found a couple of videos that I wanted to show everyone so that they'll have a clear mind of actually what is going on in each of the 4 sections I'm going to cover today. And what we're going to do after that is discuss, or if you have any questions, either raise your hand or put them in the chat, and I will try to clarify, or if anybody else has an answer, maybe they can try to clarify the answer to the question. Now, keep in mind, we're not going to be able to cover everything about crypto. We will be here for 20 years if we did. But what I want to try to do is open up the discussion. And I want to do more of these, often, so that we can educate ourselves in the world of cryptocurrency. Not just how it's going to make us rich. We know that's going to happen. But how it makes us rich, how it works, how can we choose the best ones to invest in? Because we all have that capability. So let me go ahead and start off the first video. So I'm going to share my screen. Oops. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, nope, not that one. There we go. Okay, so this first video, this is actually an intro into what is cryptocurrency, and it was very informative. So let me go ahead and start this up.
Frank and Daniel. One day they decided a trip to Venice. They made a budget list for all their expenses like residence, flight, etc. They thought of making their bookings online from a site that offered discounts to the first 10 visitors on that day. While making their respective flight bookings, Daniel's transaction failed, and he missed the offer going on. On the other hand, Frank paid his share very quickly and easily, and became one of the 3 lucky draw winners. Daniel was surprised and asked Frank how he could make the transaction when Daniel himself could not. To which his response was, "It's simple. I used Bitcoin, a type of cryptocurrency." Daniel was confused, and he asked what cryptocurrency is, and since when has it been in use? Frank stepped up and explained. Cryptocurrency is a virtual or digital currency that works on blockchain technology and is designed to work as a medium of exchange online to buy goods and services and make payments, which was introduced to the world first in 2013 by Satoshi Nakamoto. Daniel felt that it sounds similar to other online payment options, Yes, what makes it so different? Frank explained. Cryptocurrency is decentralized and free from any third-party interference, which means it is not issued and controlled by any government or central authority, unlike other payment systems that banks or governments are handling. And that's why a cryptocurrency transaction never fails. There could be many reasons for why Daniel's transaction failed, like he may have exceeded his transfer limit, or his account must have been hacked, or there could have been some technical issue with his bank server, or maybe due to high transaction fees imposed by the bank. But on the other hand, cryptocurrency charges almost no or very low transaction costs. There is no limit for making transactions. In fact, you have 24/7 access to your money. There is no extra delay or extra charges on making international transactions. And the best part is that anybody can use cryptocurrency without the hassles of paperwork. All you need to do is create an account on any digital wallet of cryptocurrency. This is what makes cryptocurrency different from other online payment options. Daniel was impressed by cryptocurrency, but he wondered how it works without the control of an external authority. On research, he found out that cryptocurrency works on blockchain technology. Blockchain is a set of blocks that record information of transactions, like who made the transaction to whom, the amount of trade in the form of a digital ledger that is distributed across the entire network, meaning the data is replicated and stored on each node across the entire blockchain network, making it more secure and impossible to change, hack, or cheat the system. Then it is verified and validated by every node to proceed with the process of making the transactions. The crypto in cryptocurrency stands for cryptography, which is a method of using encryption and decryption to secure the data in the presence of any third party with ulterior motives. Now Daniel was completely aware of the whole technology and concept behind cryptocurrency and was influenced by Frank to adopt cryptocurrency in his daily lifestyle too. He did that by booking his ticket, but sadly, no discount. Like Daniel, cryptocurrency has influenced and impacted an enormous number of people worldwide. Due to this increasing popularity, new companies like Meitu and PayPal are coming forward and investing in cryptocurrency every day. In 2018, Malta, an island located in the Mediterranean Sea, south of Italy, was titled Blockchain Island, as it led to the economic stability of the nation. Many fintech companies like Binance and OKX have already begun to take advantage of Malta's financial incentives and have moved their headquarters to the blockchain island. So here is a question for you. Which hashing algorithm does cryptocurrency use? A. Script. B. Ethash. C. SHA-256. D. None of the above. Please give it a thought and drop your answers in the comment section below. 3 lucky winners will receive Amazon gift vouchers. Cryptocurrency is revolutionizing finance and banking around the world. Thanks to cryptocurrency, now anyone with an internet connection can trade, spend, and borrow money around the world, and nobody can stop them. People like Bill Gates, co-founder of Microsoft Corporation, and Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla, support crypto as it is much better and secure than physical money and also holds a great future for the world's economy. And on the other hand, some people think of cryptocurrency as a bane to the world's economy, like Warren Buffett, CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, and Ajay Banga, CEO of Global Mastercard, feel that cryptocurrency is a platform of criminal activities and will destroy the world's economy. Well, one thing is clear, that this conflict is going to stay put for a little longer. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, a thumbs up would be really appreciated. Here's your reminder to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon for more.
Okay, folks. Well, now that we got that out the way, let me go ahead and stop sharing. You see how big cryptocurrency actually is. It is huge. It is major, and it is going to affect us in one way, shape, or form. What we have to understand is that knowledge is power in this case, because crypto is going to change the world. And as you just saw, it's growing exponentially, even though right now we're experiencing a so-called, and let me use my air quotes, downturn of the market. Because what goes down definitely is going to go up again, just like in stocks, except with this, stocks really doesn't have more of an impact in the world than crypto does. It's crazy the way that countries are actually tailor making how they do business simply due to cryptocurrency. And that is just amazing to me, which goes ahead and segues into one of the least talked about things when it comes to cryptocurrency, the difference between a coin and a token. Okay. We deal with each. Okay. And there is definitely a difference between a coin and a token. And once you understand that difference, then it makes it a little bit clearer in how to actually treat each of the cryptocurrencies that you see around in everyday society. And I'm going to show you a site that will enable you to do your due diligence when it comes to cryptocurrency. One such site, if I could share my screen right quick, is called Coin Market Cap. As you see here, I went ahead and downloaded the app for my computer, but this is at coinmarketcap.com. This is just one of the programs, and this is my personal favorite. And once again, let me put out the disclaimer that I am not a financial advisor. This is only for education and entertainment purposes. What I use this site for is the fact that there are thousands of cryptocurrencies in the world, okay, with more coming out every day. How are you supposed to understand what each cryptocurrency does and how they are to affect our environment? Well, CoinMarketCap does a lot of different things, and I'll show you quickly exactly how you can use this site in order to further educate yourself when it comes to different kinds of cryptocurrency. If you've never experienced cryptocurrency before, this is, and like I said, this is what I use, one of the tools that I use. So when you go on the site, the first thing you're going to see is, of course, a news line to where you'll be able to read up on all the goings on when it comes in the crypto world. Now, keep in mind that most of these are going to talk over your head. Okay, let me just put that out there right now. But the difference is that it's going to be in bite-sized chunks. So you'll be able to use tools like Google or the dictionary or any other news article that talks about crypto to educate yourself in what these guys are actually talking about. Stuff like airdrops and price differences. Unless you've experienced those before, you're not really going to know what they mean. So always do your due diligence, and this is one of the ways to do it. As you see on the top here, not only does it have different ways to rank your cryptocurrencies, recently added ones, categories, spotlights, the whole nine, but it also gives you spots for actually looking at the exchanges that actually enable you to buy, sell, and trade crypto. There are thousands of different exchanges in the world. Some do business with America, some don't. But one of the things I love about this site, and I'll show you real quick, is let's say, for example, that you are doing due diligence on Solana. Now, as you see here, it gives you a rudimentary summary of what it's been doing, whether what is the price for it right now, how the price has changed within the last 24 hours, how the price has changed within 7 days, etc. But when you click on it, you go to the information page itself, and it tells you a lot of different facts and a lot of different figures on how, what does Solana do? Well, guess what? Here it is, live data. You can read all about what is Solana, and it tells you exactly what it does. What is Solana for? What is it used by? Well, who is it used by? So you have all the information at your fingertips on one platform. And that is usually good for the beginner. Now, I've known people that will use a variety of different platforms in order to figure out what crypto means. And that's fine. But for the beginner, one-stop shop is my personal recommendation until you get a little bit more educated when it comes to crypto. So I do recommend CoinMarketCap. It tells you what the price history is. Has it been dropping in price? Has it been raising in price? You can actually change this chart from a 1-day span, 7-day span, 1-month span, year to date, and then for all time. And it gives you a little bit of a better picture in what you're dealing with. Now, let's just say for the sake of argument that you like how Solana goes. Now, I wouldn't recommend this myself, but let's just say that you wanted to figure out, well, where do I buy it from? You click market, and market will list all the exchanges that sell this particular cryptocurrency. Everything from Binance to KlueCoin, FTX, Binance, Kraken, and it lists them all. These are all places that they sell this particular cryptocurrency. And they even rate each one when it comes to confidence. How confident are you that you will get your cryptocurrency for that particular price at that particular time? They actually rate it. Now, this is due to a lot of different things that CoinMarketCap looks at when it comes to each exchange. But it gives you an idea of reliability of each of these exchanges. Now, I'm going to talk about exchanges a little bit later, but this is just to give you an idea of, how do you learn about these cryptos and how do you get them? So let me go ahead and stop my screen. So I mentioned earlier about the difference between a coin and a token. Well, I actually found a video on that. So before I get into it, does anybody have any questions about anything I've spoken about thus far?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Cassandra.
When you were talking about some of the companies work with the US and some don't, is it advisable to work with any company that does not?
Well, let me clarify that for a little bit. And that's a really good question. When I say they don't work with America, that means Americans can't buy anything from them because of regulation restraints or whatever the reason is. The company doesn't open itself to doing business with anyone who lives in America. And there are exchanges like that. But the good news is you saw how on CoinMarketCap, you actually can research and see exactly who sells that particular coin. So if that particular exchange does not do business with America, guess what? You can move on.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Anybody else?
Hey, Kima, can I just jump in real quick regarding the exchanges? Ones that I like, that I use, like I say, I use and everything goes well, is crypto.com, very user-friendly. Coinbase is another one that I use. So those are advocating that I always use between those two. Now, when it comes to XRP, which I know we're not gonna probably talk about it tonight, but coming up in other probably meetings, to buy XRP is on Uphold. So I use Uphold app to buy my XRP because they took it off on other exchanges because of everything that's going on in the lawsuit and everything like that. But you can still buy it on Uphold though. That's probably that, and you can buy it on Bitrue, I believe. But with buying it on Bitrue, you got to transfer to USDT and all of that good stuff over there, and switch out the money and everything. But the exchanges that I like is crypto.com and Coinbase. I could say they're really good for me.
Yeah, I thank you for those.
That's my experience.
Yeah, I second that one because crypto is very user friendly as well as Coinbase. And yes. I'm also gonna actually tell a little bit later on about different exchanges. There are some exchanges that don't enable you to use your debit card or credit card, and that
Right.
may be an issue.
Yes.
But there are others that basically all as you do is, let's say they take a form of cryptocurrency like Ethereum.
Mhm.
So as long as you have Ethereum in your wallet, there you go.
Right.
So
Like Bitrue, you
Mhm.
can do USDT. So if you want to buy, because Bitrue doesn't have like a place that you can actually cash out the money, which put in your wallet or something there. They don't have like a bank information that you can just transfer your money on, like crypto.com and Coinbase has. So Bitrue, for example, if you want to buy some coins from there that you can't get it on these other exchange, you would have to load up some money on your USDT on Coinbase and or CDC or on crypto.com and transfer it to the wallet over there and then switch it out and buy it. So it's kind of like how you talk about the Ethereum, but the USDT is what you can, use as well. So.
Exactly. And for those of you who are kind of like trying to follow that and be like, oh my goodness, what in the world?
You ain't gonna follow it now. That's gonna be baby steps.
yeah. Don't worry about it, because we're doing simple stuff here. And but you have to know about it. It's all about getting that knowledge in. And the more you know, the more you'll be ready for when you become a not just dabbling in investment, but going in full bore. That was one thing that I got taught, believe it or not, buying Yeti coin. Okay.
Yeah.
I had to learn the hard way on that one. And it has taught me a huge lot. And so now I can go through it like a pro. And just as a side note, it was hilarious because I woke up at 3 a.m. and I was sitting there like, okay, I'm about to get this Yeti coin. Okay. We on the hunt tonight. And I went ahead and bought some, but just as a whim, the next morning I was at my job and I looked at the gas fees.
Yeah.
The gas fees was the same price as I bought the
Really?
night before. It was a fluke. It never happened again, but it did.
Yeah.
And for those of you who not sure what gas fees is, I will definitely get into that later as well. So let me go ahead and move on. And unless anybody else has some quick questions. If everybody's good, all right. If you do think of something later, you're totally welcome to drop them in the chat. And I have another short video that talks about the difference between a coin and a token. And at first, just to intro this, I really didn't think there was much of a difference when I learned about this, but there is. There is a massive difference. And once you learn the difference, it'll make things a lot easier to understand. So let me go ahead and get that rolling as well. There we go.
The way that I see it, you can either buy your own car and have the way that I see it, you can either buy your own car and have to manage that car, like keep it up to date, change the oil, replace the tires, all that stuff. It's overall responsibility to keep that car because it is yours. Well, the alternative is that you could rent a car. This means you can borrow a car for a month. Owning the car. When it comes to a token, though, you are using someone else's coin's blockchain as your infrastructure, while you basically pay rent. When you create a token, you don't have to create the blockchain, write the full code, and worry about how it should be validated. Instead, you just create the token and it runs on that blockchain. The best example for this video would be Ethereum. Ethereum is its own blockchain that both stores value and validates transactions. Ethereum's team has been working very hard the past few years on improving the entire system, updating how it works and patching vulnerabilities. An Ethereum token, or an ERC20 token, uses Ethereum's blockchain's capabilities as its backbone and infrastructure. For example, Basic Attention Token is an ERC20 token built on the Ethereum network. Now, the team decided it was not large enough to create their own mainframe, but they wanted to create a system where users could reward the creators that they follow in a simple manner. Without going too deep into it, the Basic Attention Token team can focus on providing a great product, that is, the Brave browser, a web browser that automatically replaces a website's advertisements with advertisements that reward the creator with Brave. If this sounds confusing, we are actually creating a video on the Brave token soon, so make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on bell notifications if you enjoy these educational animated videos and you want to reward our hard work. Anyways, by creating a token, the Brave team could rely on Ethereum's network to provide safety and stability while they focused on their own product. Also, you should know that a team of developers can migrate from a token to a coin if they decide that their project is growing quick enough. If we think about crypto.com, they recently just launched their own mainnet, which is a fancy way of saying they launched their own coin now, which is now validating their own transactions. See, they used to have a token, but it got so popular that they decided to create their own blockchain and branch off. So here's an important thing. You can't convert a token straight into a coin. You can create a coin that functions the same way and then create a bridge that will allow users to swap out their previous tokens for the new coins. In some cases, some coins like Leo are tokens on multiple networks. For example, Leo is on the Ethereum network, the Binance Smart Chain network, and the Hive network. Another important thing to know is that some coins are represented as tokens on other networks. For example, a few days ago, I bought something called Binance Peg Ethereum token on the Binance Smart Chain. I did not actually buy Ethereum, but instead I bought a representation of Ethereum on the Binance Smart Chain network that mimics the price of Ethereum. You might be wondering why I did this. Well, a regular Ethereum transaction is around $20 right now. However, a transaction on the Binance Smart Chain is only 50 cents, so it is much more affordable to trade a representation of Ethereum on the Binance Smart Chain network. You can kind of think about it like if you buy a stock of gold. You own the stock, but all it does is represent the gold. At any time, you can cash out that stock for a piece of gold. So it's basically gold, at least for trading purposes. I hope that this isn't too confusing. So while that is a simple version of it, there are a few different types of tokens that we can use to categorize the purpose of each token. Let me go over a couple examples here, and maybe you'll get the hang of it if you haven't already. So number one, platform tokens. Platform tokens are created to support a decentralized application on the blockchain. For example, Uniswap is a decentralized application that allows users to swap out Ethereum tokens for other Ethereum tokens. And even though they are a decentralized app, they also have their own token, the Uniswap token. This token is given out to those who invest in their platform, and it has the promise that eventually token holders can vote on changes in the future, and maybe even earn some of the profits from the trades. Next up, we have number two, which is security tokens. Security tokens are minted to represent ownership of another asset. For example, say you wanted to buy gold, but you didn't actually want to hold the gold. Someone could create a token that is tracked to the price of gold. So instead of actually owning the gold, you owned a representation of it, which technically would be much safer because it is much more difficult to hack an Ethereum token than it is to break into someone's house. Now, the tricky part here is that there should be a real asset behind it. For example, I could create a gold token, ask you to invest in it, and not have any gold. Next up, we have number three, which are transactional tokens. Transactional tokens are used as a fast and easy way to transfer money. If we think of the coin XDAI, it is currently pegged to the United States dollar, and it's easy for people to pay for, say, maybe coffee or buying that shirt you like at that local store. You can use it the same as cash. However, the expenses of it are super low. Right now, the transaction fee is 0.000021 United States dollars, and that is ridiculously low. To give you an idea of how cheap that fee is, you could make over 47,000 transactions and only pay $1 in fees for them all. Try doing that on PayPal or through a bank wire. Number four is utility tokens. So utility tokens are tokens that have a value tied to their ownership. For example, Basic Attention Token is an Ethereum token that can be used to advertise on the Brave browser. In other words, if I wanted to advertise this YouTube channel on the Brave web browser, I could do so very easily with my Basic Attention Token. In other words, utility tokens can actually do something. Security tokens don't do anything. You just buy them and hold them, but a utility token can actually be used for a commercial intent. Lastly, we have number five, which is governance tokens. Governance tokens allow token holders to vote on certain things. For example, Uniswap could be a governance token in a future version of the Uniswap Uniswap exchange. Token holders could choose to vote to raise the fee of a Uniswap trade from 0.3% to 0.6%, and everyone with a token would be allowed to vote on that change. The decision with the most votes chooses the winner. So you actually have more voting power by holding more tokens. Obviously, there's a pretty good reason to hold more tokens. By holding more, you can actually control the platform more. But this comes up with the problem of the authority being centralized. But we'll save that for another video. Now that we've went over the different types of tokens, hopefully you understand why we need them and how some of them work. If you've enjoyed this video, we highly recommend checking out some of our other videos, which are created in a similar animated manner. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope that you learned something, and we do hope to see you in the next video.
Now, when you look at that, you kind of understand why there is so much volatility when it comes to cryptocurrency. It all depends on how it's used. It also depends on if it's a coin or a token. So now you can increase your understanding about what you're actually invested in. Like, for example, one of the investments that I personally am using, or I'm personally doing, is, of course, as I mentioned earlier, Yeti coin. Yeti coin is a token, okay, but it's on the Ethereum blockchain, and it is going to be used through Yeti in so many different forms. And, you know, it would take me a little while to go through that. And Charlie, you'll probably chime in on that too. Yeah. But because it's being used for something, and it doesn't have its own blockchain, it's using Ethereum's blockchain. Mm-hmm. So it is a token. Okay. Now, Ethereum itself is a coin. Yeah. It has its own blockchain and it has its own business, just like Binance. Binance has its own network, its own blockchain. So it behaves differently than a token. You don't have to know how it behaves. You just have to know it behaves a little bit differently. And that way you'll know exactly what you're getting into. Oops, I'm admitting a lot of folks. So does anybody have any quick questions about that?
Yes, you know me.
Now go ahead.
So tokens don't have their own blockchain?
Correct. Tokens do not have their own blockchain. They use other folks' blockchain. It's like, you know, they, like the video said, they paying rent. Okay, they're paying rent to do what they do on somebody else's blockchain.
Okay, so with GOPX, we're on somebody else's blockchain.
Correct. Yes. GOPX is a token.
Right.
Okay, it is a ERC20 token. So GOPX does not actually, at least not yet. Mm-hmm. Don't know. Alex is a genius. He probably might have this. They don't have their own blockchain yet.
So there's that Ethereum. What is that? Ethereum blockchain.
Correct.
ERC20 blockchain. They're an ERC20 token.
Correct. Yes. So yeah, they're just, but see, GOPX is going to be doing a lot of different things. They are a utility token because they are going to be used for a variety of different touch points. Mm-hmm. So that defines its value. It's not a security token, and it's not, I forgot the other one already that quick.
Governance or something.
That's right. Yeah. It's not a governance token. So it's a utility token. It's going to do a job. Okay. And there are a lot of other tokens that do that. They do a job. They work on touch points. They do a mission, basically. I'm ex-military, so I always have to speak in military terms.
So can I just jump in, Kima, real quick? For example, since we're talking about Yeti's a token. Their utility is about health and fitness. So that's like their utility. So they're more like I always say in my video, they align with my lifestyle because I'm always working out at the gym and things of that nature. So and they also are getting their Move to Earn app. They're in the testing phase of that. So I think by the third quarter, the Move to Earn app is going to come out, and that's part of the utility. So basically what the Move to Earn app is that, let's say you're working out or you're running around your house, or, you know, you're just walking up and down your street. If you don't have a gym to go to, you will get tokens rewards at the end of each week. So that's like an example of part of their utility. So that anytime you get into a token, you want our cryptocurrency / the token, you want it to make sense. It has to be doing something. It has to have some kind of utility. It has to have some kind of use case. You know, they have meme tokens out there, meme coins, tokens out there, I should say, that is not tied to anything. And a lot of those are just pump and dumps. You can invest in it, it'll be a quick pump, but if you don't know how to watch your market and know your target price, you're gonna get SOL. You know, you're gonna get like it could be a lot of loss for you, you know? So anytime you look into a cryptocurrency, and the majority of cryptocurrencies are token, make sure that it's tied to some kind of utility and it makes sense, like they're doing something. So just
Right.
wanted to that.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that, Charlene, definitely. And just to add on to that real quickly, don't worry if you don't know now. The more you educate yourself, the more you will be able to make sense of all this. But what I'm trying to do and what Charlene's trying to do is to try to get you in the direction to where you will be able to educate yourselves effectively. You'll know a meme token from a utility token, from a governance token. And if you want to invest in something like that, then you'll know exactly what you're investing in. And speaking of which, that segues into the next thing I want to talk about, unless there was no other questions for this section. One of the things you have to keep in mind is where to store your tokens. This is a big one, okay? Because I personally have gotten so many different things told to me, but not told me why. The difference between a hot and a cold wallet. What are the dangers of leaving your money on an exchange? What are some soft wallets? Did you know that there are actually hot wallets that are actually really, really good? There are cold wallets that are really, really bad. There are certain people who want to take the easy way to store their crypto and they leave it on an exchange, but they don't know the dangers of doing that. Okay. So one of the things that I also wanted to convey is the fact of, look, there are different kind of wallets in this world. Crypto is actually made to be stored on a wallet until you do a transaction. You always have to store it on a wallet. Even right now, when with Yeti, okay, you store it on a wallet until you're ready to use it or ready to trade it, buy it, or sell it. It's always just like you hold money in your wallet in your back pocket, us men. Ladies, you will probably hold it in a purse or something like that, but you'll always hold it somewhere. Well, a wallet is where we hold crypto. And one of the things, it is a computer program that is specifically designed to hold crypto. But here's what they don't tell you, or at least they don't really come forthright in telling you, is that one, whenever you choose whatever kind of wallet, you have to be sure that the crypto that you want to hold is eligible to be stored in said wallet. Let me say that again. If you want, one of the things you have to consider whenever you are getting a wallet for your crypto is to make sure that the wallet that you're going to get can store the crypto that you are trying to buy. And once again, this is one of those things that I learned the hard way, because come to find out, let's say one of the more popular wallets right now is MetaMask. Okay. I'm thinking that you could store a variety of different cryptos in MetaMask. Well, here's what I found out. It is Ethereum based. That's it. MetaMask, you can only hold Ethereum based tokens.
Can I jump in real quick?
Sure, no, not a problem.
Can I jump in, Kima? Yeah. When you open up your MetaMask, you're right. It's Ethereum based in that essence. But if you need to store anything on there from like by the Binance network, you have to kind of go into settings and you have to get their numbers and stuff to flip it. You understand?
Exactly.
To take it to
Yes.
the yeah.
Yeah, I was just about to say thank you very much for that. Yeah, that was the thing.
Okay.
If you want to store, like, yeah, and Binance is a very good example. You have to flip it in their settings to say, okay, I want to store Binance or Binance networked tokens in this account. You'd have to physically flip it. Okay. And that can be kind of hard for the beginner. So but it's something you need to know. But they do sell and they do have other wallets that automatically have it to where all you have to do is download your crypto into the wallet. Matter of fact, I got a demonstration of a couple for you. Go ahead and share my screen again before I have another video. But let me show you this. This is the Trezor suite. If everyone can see my screen effectively. This is the software that comes with the Trezor hard wallet. I have I guess the lower version. Okay. But this is what you see. The thing about a cold wallet is that it may store your crypto in a software program like you see here. These are accounts I have. And of course, I don't have too much in, but haha, guess who? What up, Yeti? But anyway, what the difference is that in order to secure your crypto, you have to secure it in many different ways. And I'll show you a couple of different ways. It could be a PIN, it could be a password, or it could be your crypto key, which is usually either 12, 24 word phrase. Okay. The difference between a hot and a cold wallet is that these keys, these recovery keys, there are some on a hot wallet. Usually it is stored on the device itself, but the device is hooked onto the internet. Okay. That's the difference. A cold wallet is stored, those recovery keys are actually stored on a physical device that you can unplug from the internet. And that way, keeping your money secure. Now, there are quite a few wallets out there. There's wallets for your cell phone. There's wallets for like Trezor that have their own physical part. Like, for example, let me go ahead. I might have to unplug this and it's going to go off, but this is the Trezor. This is my physical wallet. Now, the thing about this is that it is very limited because you can only store a limited amount, well, not amount, but a limited kinds of crypto on this particular Trezor. But they sell a Trezor that is one step up that stores more crypto. But your key is physically stored in this device. And right now, it is not hooked onto the internet, hence my screen popped off. But I do have another one for an example of a hot wallet. Let me stop sharing right quick and get this one. Okay. This one is called Exodus. If it will let me turn it back to the oh, duh. I am at the home screen. Anyway, Exodus is what is an example of a hot wallet because it actually has software that you can download to your desktop or you can download it to your cell phone. The difference is that it's always hooked onto the internet. But with this, you also can store, you also have encryption for security, You also have a PIN that you would use for security. You also use a password. it actually has a 3-tier security system. So Exodus is a very, very useful hot wallet in order to store your crypto. And here is the another good thing is that it actually has a variety of different cryptos that you're eligible to download to this particular wallet. That means that you won't have to be limited by what crypto you actually are interested in. You may be able to store it in a hot wallet like Exodus or a cold wallet like Trezor. Exodus is free. Okay, you can go to you can do a Google search for Exodus crypto wallet, and you download the software, you set it up with your security protocols, and it's ready to go. As you see here, I've already downloaded a couple of crypto, and they are secure. Once I click off this this software, it is secured. To get back into it, I need to log back in. Now, but one of the things you have to be careful with a hot wallet, there are ways for hackers, and I'll stop sharing right quick. Oh, okay. There are ways for hackers to get into stuff like this, especially if they already have a piece of software into your computer by the name of a keylogger. Okay, that basically copies everything you type on your keyboard so that they will be able to mimic your passwords. That's true with anything. But I will say that let's say something does happen, and let's say something physically happens with your phone or your computer, as long as you have your 12 word key, you'll be able to bring back your wallet and bring back your your crypto. So let me go and stop sharing. Let me get you, does anybody have any questions before I show this short video on the difference between hot and cold wallets? Okay, let me go ahead and get that out for you. Of course, all the commercials of YouTube.
A San Francisco man has over $300 million worth of Bitcoin, but he forgot his password and can't access it. And he only has 2 more password guesses before he's locked out and loses it forever. If you want to avoid this kind of nightmare, here's my advice on how to store your cryptocurrency safely. When you buy cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, it gets stored in what's called a wallet and has a private key associated with it. The private key is sort of like a password, a long string of numbers and letters that are assigned to your wallet. If you want your coins to stay safe, you need to keep the private key safe. Now, there are a few different types of wallets to store your crypto. The easiest way is to store it right on the exchange where you bought it. Exchanges such as Coinbase or Gemini allow you to buy, sell, and manage your crypto right on their platform. With these exchanges, they hold on to your private key. You don't have access to it. That means you need to trust the company to keep it safe, just like you would need to trust any online company with your data. So you may not want to store large amounts on the exchange. There's also the option of going with a financial app that does more than just crypto. Companies like PayPal and Robinhood have added options to buy and sell cryptocurrency. But with these apps, they may leave you stuck doing transactions in their environment. So if you use PayPal, you have to cash out with PayPal. You also don't have access to the private keys. Elon Musk recently tweeted, "Any crypto wallet that won't give you your private keys should be avoided at all costs." That's because you're trusting those precious private keys to a third party. For more control, you can store your coins on your own computer in a digital wallet. You use software to manage it. However, there is some risk of getting hacked and losing your money if the computer is connected to the internet. If you have a large sum of coins, it's best to keep them in what's known as a cold wallet, which means your private keys are stored on a device that's not connected to the internet, like a separate hard drive or thumb drive. Companies like Trezor and Ledger make special drives especially for cryptocurrency wallets. There are extra protections built in the software of these drives. These companies say sensitive information isn't exposed even when it's plugged into your computer. I have here the Trezor One. It's a little device that you plug into a computer via USB. If I want to access my coins, I have to plug it in and then enter a PIN. What I like is that this is a bit of a combination solution, because if I lose the Trezor, I can still access my coins. When you first set up the device, it gives you a bunch of random words known as a recovery seed. This seed is very important and should be written down and kept in a safe place. So if the wallet is lost or broken, I can use the seed to recover my coins. So what happened with that unfortunate man who forgot his password? Well, he stored the private keys to his Bitcoin wallet on a highly encrypted hard drive called IronKey. The drive only allows 10 password guesses before it locks up. It's not a typical hardware wallet designed for crypto, so no PIN, no recovery seed, just 10 password attempts, and then poof, it's gone. I know crypto can be complicated and confusing, so if you're new, just ease yourself into it. Do some research and then pick the method that feels most comfortable to you. For me, this Trezor wallet works great, and I always have that backup recovery seed if needed. So what about you? How do you store your Bitcoin riches? Let me know in the comments.
So you what?
So, does anybody have any questions about wallets? Oh, okay. I see one question in the chat. Also, let me also point out that this meeting, this class is actually being recorded. So at the same email that you got your invite, just let me know and I will email you a copy of this Zoom meeting so that you can go over it at your own leisure. Now, to answer your question, Maislin, what a hot wallet is an actual computer program that is actually tied into the internet all the time, like your computer or your phone. Because a hot wallet is a wallet that is encrypted and it may have security protocols and it may be, very, very good, but there is still the danger that your wallet could be hacked because it is connected to the internet. I hope that answers your question. Are there any other questions before I move on? Not a problem, Darlene. Just I'll wait for it to actually, Zoom takes a little time to compile everything. So when it does, I'll be sure to send you a copy. Well, I do see it is 7:30. And of course I had oh, okay. Apostle Johnson. All right. How much can you hold in the Trezor? The Trezor doesn't have a limit per se. It just has a limit of what kind of crypto. So like, for example, I have almost 22 billion Yeti coin in it. The number is not important. It's the kind. All you have to do is match the kind of crypto for your wallet, and that'll be fine.
Can I recommend something as well, Kima?
Yes, ma'am.
You have the Trezor and I have the Ledger. So Ledger is really good too. So if anybody want to get your, the Trezor or the Ledger as a cold wallet, the Ledger is good, great too as well.
Oh, definitely. I had to rack my head because I had to pick one brand, and both of them are very, very good. So yeah. I do understand that. Yeah. And both of them are very user friendly. Mm-hmm. So it just depends on, what you want to store. Exactly. Kim asks, how do you know what will take your token? Well, that's where you would actually go and do diligence. And I'll show you something real quick before we actually end. Let me share my screen right quick, because when I was looking for my Trezor, I had to figure out, what could be stored in it. that was one of the major things that actually I really had to figure out what to do. So what I did was I went to the Trezor website. And as you see here, it basically tells you what coins can be stored on the Trezor 1 and the Model T. I actually have the Model T. So it doesn't store as many cryptos as let's say the Trezor 1, which has, you know, all these plus 1,000 more. So the best way to answer that question, Kim, is to do your due diligence over recommendations from fellow investors. Right now, I have a Trezor. Charlene basically brought out the ledger. You know, go to those sites, see what you want to store your crypto in, and make an informed, educated decision. So I see we are at 7:32. I only wanted this to be an hour, and I understand there were some subjects that we really didn't cover, but like I said before, one, this will be recorded, and anyone who wants a copy of this, you're totally welcome to email me, and I will send you a copy. Darlene, I got you. As soon as it's compiled, I'll send you a copy. I intend to do these fairly regularly, just so we can educate ourselves as investors, and maybe we're just fans of cryptocurrency. The reason is not important, but what is important is that we work together in gathering the knowledge so we can be well informed in this huge, huge environment. So once again, I want to thank everybody who attended today's class. And I am very humbled, as well as excited for what we can all learn together. Once again, I want to extend a thank you to our resident expert, Charlene, aka Batty Reds. You are totally welcome at any time, ma'am. And it has been a blessing in having you on. This little old kid from Oklahoma's class.
No,
So
you did a great job. You did a great job. I'm always learning still. I'm always learning still, but you did a great job. You really did. So I commend. I commend. Hats went off.
thank you, I appreciate it. So if anybody has any other questions, um, you're totally welcome to email me. I will let everybody know when my next class would be. And other than that, everyone have a good night.
Night, everybody.